Welcome back to Who Watches Us, the movie podcast where we watch the movies, but who watches us? This is episode 20, a very special episode. We are joined by not only Brendan,
hello,
but also Jarrod.
What's up, guys?
hello, welcome.
Thank you. Great being here.
What's going on, Jarrod?
Nothing much. Just sat through a movie. Ready to
Yes.
talk about it.
Hell yeah. A movie with an actor that you love.
Oh yeah. Biggest fan.
Biggest Nick Cage fan over here.
Oh yeah.
But Jarrod, what's your relationship with movies? You like movies, don't you?
Yeah, I do like movies. I mean, I'm doing a film, TV bachelor degree, so I must like it somewhat.
Oh yeah,
But yeah.
pretty
So
cool.
you could say that you're a movie enjoyer.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
What kind of movies do you
A
like?
cinema man.
Oh, I watch a lot of different stuff, but I'll see. Can't go wrong with a good horror, sci-fi.
Mm.
You definitely go wrong with a horror.
That's
very
true. There's a lot of
That's
bad
very
horror movies.
That is
Yeah.
true, but
Last time I spoke to you, or last time we spoke about movies at least, you said you were getting into a bit of eldritch horror.
yeah, bit of cosmic
Interesting.
horror. Bit of HP love.
Mm.
Another movie
Yeah,
that Nicolas Cage ruined, by the way.
You mean added his finesse to?
Yeah, if you call it that, sure.
And I wanted to ask you, we talked about this a little bit before. You got a top three movies at the moment for us you'd like to share?
Yeah, so I created this last minute, so I'm not 100% settled with it, but
And now it's
Yeah.
you'll be judged.
I've,
Yeah,
I've
this
got,
is set in
Forever.
stone forever.
I've got number 3, Inglourious Basterds.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Big
Solid
Tarantino
pick.
fan. Pulp Fiction used to be my favourite, but I haven't watched it in a while. But Inglourious Basterds always going to be a classic. Number 2,
Both great movies.
I've got The Shining as my number 2.
Interesting. Also a very
Stanley
good
Kubrick.
movie. Yeah.
And then
I haven't actually finished that.
you should, man. It's great.
Okay.
It's very
No.
good.
Number 1, this might shock you. It's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I'm a big Planet of the Apes lover, and yeah, Dawn's the best.
That's not a shock to me because you also told me that.
Yeah, I did say that.
That is the original one you're talking about, right?
No, it's not the
No?
original.
No.
Oh.
It's out
That's
of
that's the James Franco reboot.
it's the one after it's the sequel to the James Franco movie.
Ah, that was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
movie.
Is it?
I like.
I thought it
Right.
was
Right.
Dawn then Rise.
No,
Or maybe it's Rise and
it's
Dawn.
it's Rise and Dawn, but I don't think that actually makes sense. But that's the way they titled it.
And then it was War, and then
Yeah.
whatever
now
just
Kingdom.
came out.
All great movies. All great. But yeah,
I haven't seen
Dawn-
the
I haven't seen that.
latest one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
It's good. I'd recommend it. If
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
into the other ones, definitely go back.
So not only are you a movie lover, but you're a monkey lover as well.
I do love monkeys.
I was about to say, you're speaking Alex's language because he love monkey.
I love monkeys.
He
Can you give me a
love
top three
monkeys.
monkeys?
Oh, they're great. Best animals.
Top three monkeys?
Well, it's got to be the big eight. So I'll go Aussie, chimp, gorilla, orangutan.
Ooh,
Great
I'd
choices.
I'd think I'd reverse that list for me. I think I'd go orangutan, gorilla, I like chimps, but chimps are kind of fucked up.
The nutcases.
They hit a little bit too
Nutcases.
close to home.
That's so true. They are nutcases. Is that why you like them, Jaylong? Is that why
Oh
you're
yeah,
number one?
no, it's so good.
Jaylong's a fucking skits cunt. He just likes to go ape shit.
Yeah, J-Long is your all other name, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
So you go
shit.
by J-Long and Jarrod.
Sorry.
it is. It's,
Sorry, that's just my fucking go-to. But we just watched a bloody movie, didn't we?
We sure did.
We watched Face Off. What do you guys think of Face Off?
It was fucking crazy, dude. That's
It
a crazy
was.
movie. That movie is balls to the wall.
Speaking of ape shit, yeah, that fucking movie. That movie was crazy.
It was ape shit.
Just.
I did
it was
not
ape shit.
understand the logic behind 90% of the decisions, but
It's yeah, nuts, to say the least. So Face Off came out. Where is it? Face Off came out in 1997. Okay, written by Mike Werb and Michael Colleary. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it was also directed by John Woo. John Woo's pretty big producer, right? Pretty big action guy.
Yeah, big director, yeah.
Big erector? I thought you said erector.
Big director, yeah.
Yeah. Starring John Travolta, Nick Cage, and Joan Allen. So, John Travolta plays Sean, Nick Cage plays Castor, and they kind of also... You'll see, okay? So, they don't just exclusively play those characters, but we'll get into that. And Joan Allen plays Eve, Sean Archer's wife. I don't think there's really anybody else notable. Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but yeah, do you guys like this movie? Would you recommend this movie?
I would, just for the sheer chaos of the movie.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
you gotta get
gotta
in
see
there
this.
and see it for yourself.
I'd say if you're in a group of people, it's a good watch, but you
Yeah.
never sit down by yourself and watch this.
If I was by myself watching this movie, I'm texting like 3 people like, what's going on in this movie?
yeah. I'd turn it off. I'd have to wait. It's just, I wouldn't be able to believe it. I'd have to watch it with someone else. Like, is this real? Is this actually happening?
It is a fever dream, the whole thing.
Yeah, so I maybe should have said this before. I said some things before, but spoiler warning, we are going to get into the movie. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys liked it?
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was
Yeah.
all right. It was fun.
It was fun. It was crazy. It was entertaining. I guess I liked it. I don't know if I'd watch it again. Maybe if I was showing it to someone else, like, dude, this movie.
Yeah, that it would be like the context. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't think I need to watch this again. I think
I
I
feel
fully
like-
understood it as much as I need to.
I got my fill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would watch this again. At some point, I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, let's watch Face Off." This is gonna be a good time.
Just when you're fucking shit face, like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Put on face.
Put on Face Off. Let's get crazy. Let's go ape shit. Alrighty, but without further ado, let's get into it. Brennan, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, we can take it away. So, we start off, we're in like a park, and there's a merry-go-round, and it's very bright. It's very shiny, and just like bright, flashing flashing,
flashing?
flashing lights, and straight away that's like a epilepsy warning, I guess. Don't watch the start of this movie if you have epilepsy, because you may have a fit. Like, the flashing lights at the start of this movie is crazy.
Yeah. Just listen to this podcast instead.
Yeah, but we got a father and son, playing on the merry-go-round, and they're having a good time, and they're touching each other's faces, and it's weird. But what's that on the grassy knoll? There's a sniper. And he's got the kid in his sights. So they're continuing, they're having a good spin, and then sniper
It's touching his face.
Yeah, touching his face a little bit more, and the sniper he takes the shot. He's shooting Johnny Travolta right in the back, but the bullet goes through John Travolta and it kills the kid. And it's fucking sad as. This is a big cold open, just dead child immediately.
Really hooking you in.
Yeah.
What gets you hooked faster than children murder?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty fucking brutal.
Pretty full on.
He's like, oh, whoopsie.
Oh, whoops. And then you get a cut to 6 years later. You find out this guy's name. His name is Sean Archer. And he's pretty decorated in his field. And what field is that? Well, it's the anti-terrorism unit, okay? And then... and fucking... You cut to the guy whose name is Castor Troy. He's the guy that shot the kid. And he's planting a bomb. It's kind of like this back and forth between Sean and Castor. Sean's losing his shit because they can't get anything on this guy. He's just fed up. You know, this is the guy that killed his son. Not getting anywhere.
Yeah. And the other guy, Nicolas Cage, he just looks like a sex pest. He has that look in his eye.
He is the crazy part of this movie. He's just a lunatic.
Especially like right at the start, like establishing this character. Fucking nutcase.
Dressed as a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what happens, Jaylong?
Well, so he sets up the bomb, puts in the 4-digit like pin code to activate it. Then he goes downstairs, dances,
yeah,
and then he gropes a choir member mid-performance. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah. And he goes, oh!
Yeah, you know when you see someone like quickly clap their hands together and then like they sort of squat down a little bit, hands on their knees, and then they just start like...
He's whipping his head around.
Yeah, whipping his head around. He's doing that to like a fucking church choir. It's so weird.
Yeah, they're just going, hallelujah.
But it's Nick Cage's delivery that makes it so weird. Like, I think you could have like another actor do this and it would be like slightly more believable, but like this fucking gremlin gets his eyeballs out so wide and gets his teeth out like like always doing this
so over the top.
Yeah, you know what it looks like. Yeah. Like he's crazy.
He's fucking nuts. Yeah. But Sean's on his tail, alright? He knows. He's got a little tip. Someone bought something, I think, in cash at the airport. So they've been tipped off. And they know. I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
and
they know.
Castor.
They know he's there because they learned that the brother was there getting something, and the brother doesn't. They said the little bro doesn't fly without like the big bro or something like that.
Yeah. They know. They're on to him, alright?
Yeah.
He's doing a drop at the airport or something, getting his stuff. And
I think they're just like they just did they planted the bomb and they're just leaving in a private jet.
Yeah, I think so. I think I was just under the impression it was like a drug deal or something because I didn't know what was going on.
I think Nick Cage is just constantly taking drugs. Whenever he gets a chance.
And he's just peacocking so much.
He's so fucking extra.
These little minions are like carrying around this little like golden case or like leather case for him, and it's got like his golden guns and his drugs.
He's got the dual Berettas in there. Yeah. So he's like, you stick to the plan, little bro. He's like, nah, I just wanted to make it quick. He's like, if I didn't love ya, I'd kill ya. Stay away from downtown on the 18th. And then he gets in the plane and he starts hitting on this stewardess immediately. He's like, I can eat a peach for hours if you catch my drift. So yeah, he's just a fucking creep, honestly.
He's a sexual pest.
He's a sexual predator. He's not just a pest. But yeah. So him and this lady start sucking tongues.
Yeah, he's got a thing for getting ladies to suck his tongue.
Yeah. He loves getting his tongue sucked and eating peach. But yeah, the cops are onto him.
Yeah. And
this lady, she was FBI. But she gets smashed by his brother. He beats the shit out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then the fucking, the cops are on their tail. And Sean decides he wants to play chicken with the jet. And his man Tito, he goes, don't play chicken with that jet. And then he plays chicken with the jet. And then he chickens out. And he's like, pin that jet. And then old mate peeks his head out of the plane. He goes,
great commentary.
I didn't know how else to explain that. Maybe old mate peeks his head out of the airplane and goes, woohoo! And he's got the lady hostage. And then he fucking puts one in her, throws her out the plane, forces them to stop. And then while they're stopped, Sean's like, nah, fuck this. He gets in the chopper and he gets on Castor's tail.
Yeah, and then he fucking lands the helicopter on the plane that's like probably like V1 on the taxiway. Like somehow gets in a helicopter and matches the speed and then lands on it.
What? He actually landed on it? I didn't see that.
He lands on top of the wing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is also the longest runway ever. So this is like 10 minutes.
That's what I was going to say. This scene goes on so long. Do you want to take it away, Jay Long, and tell us what happens next?
To be honest, I can't. I think that Nick Cage shoots the pilot and then steers in. He just steers off the runway.
Yeah, the engines go out. Yeah, the engines go out because of the damage to the plane, and yeah, they're forced to crash into the hangar when the pilot's like, no, I can't fly it. We're fucked. And he bloody shoots him in the head. And then they have a little kerfuffle in the hangar. Everyone's John Wooing everywhere. They're doing the
diving and shooting.
Yeah. And what the fuck kind of name is Pollux?
I don't know. I thought that's got to be his first name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously, if his brother, his name is Fake-Castor.
No, Pollux Troy.
Pollux. Oh, yeah. What the fuck kind of name is Castor?
I know. That's why they're criminals.
Yeah,
that was
they got
set
weird
up.
names. They probably got bullied for having fucking shit names.
Yeah.
Sorry if no, I'm just kidding.
But
if
Pollux gets nabbed, man. He gets
nabbed.
And he's like, Cass! Calling out to Castor as he gets away.
Mm-hmm. We get our first face-off of the movie.
Yeah. The Trav man and the Cage man, they have a little bit of a shootout.
Oh yeah.
And they're facing off, and Cage, he starts monologuing about Hell A.
They're gonna get blown. It's gonna blow it up. Let's get what they deserve.
Yeah. And the Trav man, he does not like this, so he karate kicks the Cage man. This is what I have written. And then he plays Jet Turbine, The Floor is Lava. And hits a back wall and gets like put into a coma.
Yeah, he gets fucking kicked into like this jet turbine that's like blasting out. And he goes flying like 100 fucking feet.
Yeah. What did I just say? The floor is lava.
Yeah, the floor is lava. But uh-oh, bit of trouble in paradise. Sean gets home. Things aren't so good, you know. His daughter's quite upset with him. He's not
rebellious.
Really present. And rebellious, of course. Getting into fights at school, you know the whole nine.
Wearing makeup, and sometimes
Dressing
her makeup is
edgy.
different from day to day.
Mm.
Sheesh, Jesus
What the-
Christ!
Oh, the kids nowadays. Yeah. So, you know, the wife's a bit, she's a bit, how you going? Because, you know, he's never home. He's like, look, I got him. It's over. I'm finally done. I'll do whatever you want. I just want to be here with this family, you know? It's done.
Yeah, it's real nice. And then they touch faces for a little bit.
Yeah, this is why I wrote down that this guy loves to touch people's faces.
Dude, he fucking loves it. It's his thing.
It's his thing.
But he's a bit of a fucking pissy little mingy little prick, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk off at work.
Yeah, he gets to the office and they give him like the office clap, like, oh, well done, you got the bad guy. Everyone, like the whole office is clapping and he's like, I'm upset because all my colleagues are dead and you want to celebrate? Hey, stop it.
Stop. It's not the time.
And he just storms off into his office.
Yeah. And he closes the case on Castor Troy.
Yeah, he
But
does.
what's this? What happens next? Spec Ops wants a word. They found like a little floppy disk in the jet wreckage. And, you know, it's a very stupid little thing. Pollux is a pervert. But, yeah, basically, it's the bomb. It's the thing for the bomb.
It's
Tells
the
them all about it.
schematics.
Schematics, yeah. So he's like,
Yeah.
where's Pollux? And Pollux is like this fucking fedora-wearing neckbeard. Well, at least he like talks like one. I hate how he talks so much.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure he's an incel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 100% an incel.
Yeah. Did you guys notice that the camera like cuts a lot in this? Like the editing is very like, and then we're showing you this thing, and then we show you this thing, and then we cut back to this guy, and then we're cutting back to this. Like it's very like
It is right. It's like a montage.
yeah,
It's
it's like a fucking
very quick.
YouTube short trying to keep my attention.
They got to keep it somehow. This is a 2-hour movie. It really didn't need to be.
Yeah, this
It did
is
not
not-
need to be
They
that long.
didn't know. You could have cut out like 7, maybe 10 minutes of shooting.
There's a lot of shooting and chasing.
Oh yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they got to talk to Pollux, but Pollux, He's not no rat. He won't talk to anyone but his brother. But his brother's dead, right? Actually, no. So they go to the hospital. He's a turnip. That's what the lady calls him.
Yep.
But she's like, what if you could be Castor? And then Dr. Malcolm Walsh walks in. He's like, check this. You know your old mate over there who got his ear shot off? Yeah, we built him a new one. Pretty cool, right? So how about you and old mate do a trade? Trade bodies for a little bit. And initially he's like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to do that. It's like, look, if you can't get Pollux to talk, then the bomb goes off and Troy wins. So he goes to interrogate bloody Troy's old crew. He starts talking to this woman called Sasha, and he blackmails her with her son. He's like, you don't tell me, I'm going to put you in jail, and your son's going to go into foster care, all right? She's like, I haven't seen him in years, so I don't know what the point of that scene was. And then they took her to this bold guy, and the bold guy is, real uppity. He makes fun of his son, so he fucking points a gun on him.
I don't have any of these notes.
Basically,
my note for this entire section is this movie is nuts. There's so many characters. And interrogations suck.
Yeah, or basically the gist is he just gives him the date that the bomb is going to go off, which is the 18th.
They do like the slightest amount of interrogations and then give up and go to the face transplant thing.
That's what I was going to say. They got the date out of this guy, but apparently he just knows nothing else, but he happens to know the date that the bomb's going to go off.
Yeah.
Well, they just let him go after he reveals that.
They don't want to press him further. You don't want to keep him here too long. He might get uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to keep his head shaved. He's bald. Yeah. Basically, I think it's Tito that comes in. He's just like, look, this is off books. You can't tell anybody about this. You can't tell your wife. Keep it hush hush. You can't tell your wife. You can't tell your daughter. Fucking anybody. All right. It's like, cool. So I can't even talk about this with the people I love most in the world. I'll do it.
You son of a bitch, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm throwing you a lob here, Jaylong. What happens next?
Alright, the insane plan takes place where they then vacuum John Travolta's face off. And then
there's a thing!
Ah, that's what this note means. I've got sucking each other's faces off. I was like, what does this mean?
But yeah,
Before that,
yeah.
Before that, I've got face touching, one last ride, baby.
Oh yeah, he does talk to his wife before this. He's like, look, I got to do this one thing, and they touch faces, and that's it.
All right, tell us all about it, Jaylong.
Well, pretty much they laser cut the faces off, then vacuum them up, and then just put them on the other body, and then laser them back together again.
Yeah,
doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but
no.
I mean, yeah, you just sort of got to go.
Look, mate, you wouldn't understand it. This is the FBI, CIA.
Yeah, no,
these are like
the
you wouldn't get it, all right?
Yeah, but they
know what you can get though.
What's that?
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, man, keep going, Jaylong.
I think that's about it, really. I mean, they also give him a haircut as they're operating on him as well. Read that down.
That's true. That's true. They do give him a haircut.
Mm.
He's been faced off. He's officially face off.
They have face
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just
he's
happened.
Now face off.
But they get the voices calibrated right?
Yeah.
They put a microchip in their larynx. And then they dialed it in within like
3 seconds.
in like a minute. They're like, yeah, that's right. All right, I got it changed.
Look, mate, this is the CIA, FBI. You just wouldn't get it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Like, they spend like 2 minutes on this, but like the gunfights go for like 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So after that, the genius plan is like, okay, well, now that he's alive, he's got to go to prison. So we're going to send him to prison, and we're just going to put his real face on ice, I guess, just sitting there to wait for him to come back from this great plan. And then...
Well, they got CIA technology.
Yeah. So he goes to this, like, maximum security prison where they have magnet shoes. And then he gets in a prison fight with Little Man.
Magnet shoes, which they use like once.
There's got to be another way. And he's like trying to act like Castor in front of Pollux. And Pollux is like a little bit sus. Like, oh yeah, this is a bit weird. He's acting strange, man. Must have been whatever.
Must have hit his head pretty hard.
Swap faces.
Yeah. I don't know why he would be like suspicious that he wasn't him.
Yeah. He was very sus for no reason.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, while this is happening, Castor No Face wakes up and he's screaming. He's like, oh, I got no face. Ah, I've got no face on. And he's walking around the lab and he's touching his face and it's all bloody, and he's watching videos about how he doesn't have a face anymore. And he calls his goon squad. He's like, you got to get this guy. I'm going to get a new face.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's exactly what happens. Just he makes shit happen. Just like immediately. It's like, hey, I'm actually alive and I have no face. And I need you to get this doctor and bring him here so he can put a new face on me and I can be a different person.
Yeah.
He also
face
smokes while he doesn't have a face. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That is actually kind of cool, but you only see it for like half a second.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but like listen to the words he was saying and be like, you can't say that letter with no lips. Like
which like M,
P, F, V, like any of those you can't say without lips.
True.
It was like a tiny bit of struggle, but nowhere.
Yeah.
He
can't talk like this.
Yeah.
Talk like this.
Yeah, it really went in and out.
So for the first time in this movie, he is face on, you could say. Crickets. All right. Back to the prison. Pollux is a freak, and he's talking about salmon spawning and how it's erotic. Okay. No one can hear that.
Yeah.
No one's going to be able to hear that but us.
For the audience at home, I played a cricket noise in the Discord call.
Yeah. Yeah, but Castor, aka Sean, is like, please, you got to help. Stop! He's like, please, you got to help me out. You got to help me out. It's like, and it's like, you're so paranoid. And yeah, I don't know. They have like a brotherly moment, but not really.
Yeah, because he calls him bro, and that's when he gets sus. He's like, my bro wouldn't call me bro. He calls me brother, and he knows I hate it when he calls me bro.
But he still calls him bro though. Yeah. So how's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing to try and put in there.
Yeah, but then little bro spills the beans anyway.
The LA Convention Center is the thing of the bomb, the location.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why, but he just immediately breaks character. Like he doesn't even play it cool
Yeah,
or
he's
anything.
a fucking idiot.
Like he could be lying to you. You know he's sus of you, right? This fucking Pollux guy is a freak, and I can't understand what he's thinking at any time. He's unpredictable. So yeah. Anyways, he's like, "Yeah, you're fucking pathetic, you little worm." And then he, and then Sean gets a visitor, and who is it? It's Castor, all right. And then Castor reveals to Sean that he's killed everybody, and he torched all the evidence of Sean being Sean, all right.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really confusing because
This is where it gets extremely confusing.
Because we're gonna start calling them by a name that they don't look like anymore. And I settled on Fake-Castor and Fake Sean. So Fake Sean is John Travolta, and Fake-Castor is Nicolas Cage.
It's gonna get real confusing.
Yeah. So
he grabs him. And he's like,
Die! Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
he tells him to die so much.
Yeah.
Die, 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 die!
And then, the guards come in, fucking,
They break it up.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to fuck your wife.
You put dirt in your eye.
And then he goes home, he goes to his house, and he starts hitting on his wife. That's the next scene.
Yeah.
But, the wife's like, I'm still mad at you. Get out of here.
Yeah. And then we almost have the worst scene ever.
Yeah.
We had a real life jump scare.
Yeah, fucking Castor, aka Sean, is like checking out Sean's daughter, and it's very gross, and he's being very like weird and like flirty almost. But then he's just like grabs some cigarettes to play it off.
You got what I need, and then just grabs the cigarettes.
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, you got something I want. Yeah, that's right. And then he's like, Papa's got a brand new bag. And then he lights a cigarette and boogies on out there. He just boogies out of the room. And then cut back to the prison. And Pollux is free, Well, not free, but free-ish. He's like been released for his brother turning over evidence, or him turning over evidence, or something. I can't. Yeah, he's getting out. All right. Sean tries to tell them.
Pollux is giving up, is telling him he's going to give up the information about the LA thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's cutting a deal. Right.
Yeah, he's cutting a deal with Fake Sean.
Right. And Sean tries to explain this, but the guard just stomps on his hands like he's in a cell underneath them. Yeah.
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 So then, little bro's been released with big bro's help, and he's like, "Oh, you got to make me look good in this new job." So he confesses everything about the LA Convention Center, and then Fake Sean, he goes in and he fixes everything. He diffuses the bomb. He gets the bomb squad to get out of there because they're like, "It's impossible. We can't do it." And he's like, "Step aside, chump."
This is
And
the
just,
easiest bomb defusal ever. They just put in a 4-digit pin. Just unlocked it. That was it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
We can't do it. There's no way, dude.
It's impossible.
And he's just boogieing, dancing around the bomb. Just real smooth and suave. And he's just flicking stuff and doing stuff to it. But yeah, fucking Fake Sean saves the day. And he gets all the credit. And then there's like a video playing in the prison, and he sends a message to Fake-Castor. He's like, the ball's in our court. And he's living it up now. He's the man, alright? No one knows who he is. He's just enjoying Sean's life.
Yeah. And for some reason they have a Jumbotron in the in the prison where they can like watch this.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's talking to me.
But yeah, real Sean is having a fucking meltdown in prison. Obviously. Because this guy is just taking over his life and is going to fuck his wife.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that's exactly...
What happens next?
That's exactly what he's going to do, isn't it, Jaylong?
That's exactly what he's going to do. But he's going to slap his secretary's ass first.
That's so true. Bit of essay.
Bit of essay. Classic.
It's never brought up again.
Nah.
Different time.
Yeah, he smacks her ass and he goes, oh!
But he was it fake Sean?
Yeah.
Right. Fake Sean goes home. He cooks dinner, has everything set up, lights some candles. So when Sean's wife comes home, he just full on seduces her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much, he fucking bangs her.
Yeah. At first, it wasn't working, and then it worked. All of a sudden,
it did.
And I made a prediction here that the wife is going to do the face thing and blow his cover, but that didn't happen.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I thought the wife was going to do like the face thing to fake Sean, and he was not going to do it back or not understand what it is.
Oh, like feeling the
face. Touching his face, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing? You don't touch my face.
Don't touch my fucking face. You trying to take my face off right now? I'll face off with you right now.
I'll fucking take your face off. Suck my tongue.
Yeah. So yeah, while he's boning the wife, fake Troy is brooding and getting cucked so hard in his little underground cell thing that he's in. Like, just imagine if you've seen. Actually, that's a spoiler. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah,
but after that,
looks so sad.
Yeah,
like he knows. It's like it's probably happening right now, isn't it?
Yeah. He just knows. So he comes up with a plan, right? After he gets out of solitary or whatever it is. He gets a little bit of exercise for 1 hour with the other inmates. He hatches a plan. And it makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm still unsure what the plan was.
Yeah, so
he kind of just like winged it, but essentially he was talking to this guy. He's like, how do I get these boots off? He's like, they only take them off before they fucking do this thing. It's like a punishment thing where they fucking fry your skull with electricity, essentially.
Yeah.
And so his plan is to get into there and then, I guess, fucking fuck him up and escape.
Yeah. And so he's like, oh, okay. I'll get in there by starting a riot and stealing a cigarette, and I'll try and like light the cigarette so I can burn someone's arm while they're trying to lobotomize me, so I can use that as like an opportunity to escape. But he also doesn't escape or like by himself because he uses Dubov to help him.
Yeah, some guy who has beef with the Real-Castor because Castor fucked his wife and sister at the same time.
But he just now, for some reason, he just trusts him.
Yeah, he's just like,
gives him this full trust.
Yeah, let's get out of here together.
Yeah. So yeah, they team up. They're best friends now, and they incite a prison riot, and they have really relaxed gun control in this
Just turns to
in this
open
prison.
fire.
Yeah, everyone just has machine guns that could be taken off of them at like any point. So,
Nah, but it's bloody max security, you know, off the books. No one knows about this place. They can do whatever they want.
Very true.
Like have machine guns for prisoners.
it's really cool. So yeah, we have like a shootout in the prison for about 5 minutes. I don't know what I can really say here to add anything and add any context. You know, he teams up with Dubov for a little bit, and they sort of make it out together. And
Well, not quite. Dubov dies.
Until Dubov fall.
Yeah. Tries to save Dubov, but to no avail.
Yeah.
Takes his gun, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He makes it outside. He's like, there's no helicopter there. He's like, fuck. And then the helicopter comes up out of nowhere, which you think he would hear, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It comes up. He's like, fuck. And then it starts shooting at him. So he's ducking and dodging and chasing him. That's chasing him around this oil rig of a prison. And then he fucking jumps into the ocean.
Yeah. They also blew up the Jumbotron. What the hell?
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. What are they going to watch now?
I
So yeah, he won. You go.
Just like he jumps into the water, and then they just again assume that he's gone, so they just completely forget about him.
Yeah.
They just don't follow up.
Yeah, they assume he's dead.
Yeah, but he obviously has to then swim to land, so surely it would have been pretty obvious. Five.
Yeah. Nah.
Nah, he's dead. Forget about him.
They can swap people's faces perfectly, but they don't know how to find someone floating in the ocean.
Also, like, wouldn't they have security like on the beaches as well, just in case somebody escapes?
Hmm. They never show how he gets on land. He just gets on land.
Well, that's why he must have just swam. He would have just been swimming for ages.
Yeah, he swims to freedom. So yeah, what happens after this? Where Mr. Fake Sean is trying to go to work, and the wife stops him. It's like, oh, you know, we gotta do this. You know, I know it hurts, but we got to do it. What happens after that?
This song's kind of fucked up. So they're at the cemetery, right? Because it's his son that died's birthday.
Michael.
And Michael, yeah. And, you know, the wife breaks down and he has to be the one to comfort her, Fake Sean, which is really Castor, who is the guy who killed Michael. Yeah. So it's pretty messed up, you know. I thought that was actually kind of cool scene.
It was cool. It's like having to deal with the repercussions of his actions.
Full circle moment.
Problem is, he doesn't really give a shit anyway.
Yeah. No. He's a fucking crim through and through, cold-hearted killer. Psycho.
Yeah.
But he's caught wind of Real Sean's escape. And he's like fucking losing it. He's like, find him, show me his body if he's dead, you know? And they're like, oh, we can't find it. He's like, he's not dead. And I bet he's already in LA. Yeah. So you cut to Sean and he's still in a car and he tries to call his wife, but obviously she does not believe him. She's like, okay, who are you? Stop calling me. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then he tries to call for Lazaro, which is his boss. But because of Fake Sean's bomb defusal, he is now the head of the terror department. No, doesn't even have to go through Lazaro anymore. So fake Sean picks up the phone and he goes, "This is Sean Archer. Who's this?" And real Sean goes, "Well, if you're Sean Archer, then I guess I'm Castor Troy." And then he hangs up the phone. I thought that was a cool scene. Anyways, this is getting really confusing. I keep going to say a name and forgetting what I'm going to say. Sean, real Sean, goes to see Bold fella, right? And Bold fella's happy to see him. He's like, "What's wrong? You know, you look like you just fucked your mother. Let's go relax."
Yeah.
So, you know, the whole gang's happy to see him and they give him his guns and his drugs and stuff. He's like, "I'm going to fucking get Sean Archer." Okay. And drinks the drugged drink that Bold Fellow was whipping up for them. He's like, you know, "We're going to get him at home. Okay. We're going to fuck him up." He's like, "How do you know all this shit about Sean?" He's like, "Sleep with his wife." And then they have like a maniacal laugh fit where he's like actually just fucking losing it. And then they're like, "Well, then what are you going to do?" He's like, "I'm going to face off. I'm going to steal his face off. I'm going to take his face off."
They say it about 3 times.
Yeah, they say it a lot.
Yeah, and he acts it out, and because he's like fucked up on drugs at this point, he's like, "Face off." Yeah. And then he has like a fucking fit in the mirror. He's like, "I'm not me, I'm Castor Archer, I'm me, I'm Castor, I'm Castor Archer." He's doing this fucking crazed smile. But Sasha was watching him. And he's still doing the crazy smile. And she punches him in the face. And that's it.
It sure is. And then we're back to fake Sean. He's just chilling at home, and then someone is arriving, and it's a car, and it's the daughter, and she's in there with that guy from that 70s show, and he's getting a little handsy when he shouldn't be. And fake Sean, he gets out there and saves the daughter from a bit of SA. And beats the living fucking shit out of that 70s show guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "Okay, well, people suck. And here's a knife." This is how you
"I am the king."
yourself. Yeah. Just, you flip it, you stab, and then you twist. She's like, "Cool, thank you."
Hell yeah. Yeah, she takes this knife graciously.
Yeah. And then we're back with Fake-Castor.
Fake-Castor.
Yeah. And he wakes up in bed after his fucking drug fit. And Sasha is there.
She's kissing on him.
She's like, "Mwah, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, you can't just show up like this."
Yeah, she's all over him.
And she's slapping him. No, she slapped him at night, right? The night before. And then it's when he wakes up that she's all nice. And then he pulls a gun on her.
Yeah, because he's all fucked up and confused.
Yeah. And
she's like, "What do you want from me? You want me to jump on you?"
He's like, I'm not who you think I am anymore. I'm a different man." And he's like, "I like these clothes, though." She's like, "Yeah, they're yours." And she's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I just like it." And there's a kid there, by the way. This little kid named Adam. And he's like, "The kid's pretty cool, too." And she's like, "Yeah, he's yours, too."
It's like, "Oh, who starts touching his face.
Oh my god. The bloody little bro is spying on all this, and he fucking rats to fake Sean. So he shows up and he crashes the party in a big gun battle, and then we shoot bullets for close to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Police just open fire on the building. Just no
Yeah.
no warning. There's kids in there. Just does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
There's a part where they just like try and take out the kid. They're just like, this little kid came. Take him out!
Fucking shoot him!
Yeah. Fuck. What happens then, Jayla?
Oh, I'm a little lost in my notes. I think this is when Troy comes in. I mean, Real-Castor,
Yeah.
Fake Sean. He also just comes in. I think he shoots. At first he was aiming the gun at his own kid, which I don't know. I don't think he actually knows about.
No, he's got no idea.
Yeah. So then he aims at the kid, and then Baldy steps in the way. He kills Baldy. Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unlucky.
Yeah, he kind of sucks like that.
He does.
So a bunch of people die, and the bad guys get away on both sides. Right, it's not a very good mission, and I think Fake-Castor, he drops little bro through a skylight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know where this rope came from, but he like swings on a rope and tackles him into a like big skylight.
Yeah. And he falls through one skylight and then another skylight and down to like I don't know, it's like 3 stories, and just crash lands next to Big Bro, and he gets real upset about it. He's like, ooh.
Yeah, he's rubbing his gun on his face. He doesn't like to touch faces. He likes to rub guns on his face.
Yeah.
There was one good shot, I think, just before all that. But like where they're standing in the mirror, and there's like a pillar in between them, and there's a mirror on either side, and they're both pointing the gun at them, like at themselves in the mirror. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a cool scene, because they're like fake Sean Real-Castor proposes the idea of, let's just trade back. And he's like, all right, well, let's just kill each other then. Yeah, and then that scene happens, and then the roof Pollux dies.
Yeah.
And then there's like an officer there. He's like, why are you so upset? It's just Pollux. And he kills that officer.
Yeah, just fucking domes him.
That guy also just had a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Firing. Well, at least it seemed like it must have been a grenade launcher. Just by the amount of explosions going off.
That was supposed to be for the kid.
Yeah.
Bro,
take him out!
In these scenes where there's like a bunch of explosions and gunfire and stuff, and there's like an actual kid in the scene, it takes me out of it so bad. Like even though they know it's not like a real thing happening, it's still explosions and stuff and props like going off near this kid, and I can't help but think like how could be slightly traumatic for the child.
Yeah, because even if they know, like, it can be overwhelming for a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he was chill with it. Maybe that kid's a real chiller.
Yeah.
Maybe he's fucked up for life.
It's like that James Bond clip in like one of the older ones where there's a kid as an extra, and he's just blocking his ears because he knows the prop gun's about to go off. So you can just tell that this guy's going to shoot someone like 10 seconds before he does.
Yeah. Spoilers, you fucking stupid kid. Get him out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
back to the office.
Yeah.
Fake Sean is quite upset because his brother was just murked. All right. Someone fucking did him in. All right. And Lazaro comes in. He's like, I'm canceling the war on terror.
Yeah.
But then he gives fucking Fake Sean gives Lazaro a glare so crazy it gives him heart palpitations.
Yeah. I wrote heart attack eyes. Victor dies.
Yeah, pretty much fucking Real-Castor Fake Sean kills Lazaro and uses his heart palpitations as cover. He's like, he had a heart attack, you know. Yeah. Then what happens?
Yeah, so after this, bloody Fake-Castor, he ambushes the wife, and he's like, it's me, and this is the situation. I took my face off, and I swapped my face, and you can. I have A blood type, and he has A.
I thought you were about to say I have AIDS.
So yeah, like I know you don't believe me, but I mean this is the situation. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and then Fake Sean comes home. He's like, "Hey, baby, what's going on?" And she's like a little bit scared, sus. She's like, yeah, you know, everything's all cool." And then she waits for Fake Sean to go to sleep, and she fucking jabs him in the most sensitive part of your arm that you can jab anyone. Just to like take the blood sample, because she's going to take it to the hospital and examine it, because she's a bloody doctor. And he feels this pinch, and he's like, it's probably just the wind, and then goes back to sleep. And yeah, she goes to the hospital. She confirms it. She's like, "Oh my gosh!" And this when Fake-Castor shows up again. He's like, "I know you were come here. I was waiting for you." And then they start touching faces, and that's what confirms it.
Exactly. That's the instant.
Yeah. 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 Wait, what does this mean? Just I've had like a stroke mid-note, and I don't understand what this means.
Nice. So the next day, wifey is fixing Fake-Castor's wounds in the hospital.
Yes.
And at the same time, Fake Sean is waking up in bed. He's like, "Hold on a second, my wifey is gone." So he storms into the hospital with a couple
boys.
of with his bloody boys. He's got his hand on his hip. He's fucking strutting in there with a bit of attitude.
I never noticed this until like later, but the reason he's got his hand on his hip is because he's always got his hand on his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that till way later. I'm like, why does he always have his hand there?
I know it's America, but are you allowed to just walk into the hospital with your gun, like, pretty much out?
I guess if you're an officer,
maybe in the 90s.
Yeah.
If you are like allowed to have a gun and you like an officer, I'd say probably.
Why not?
But a regular civilian, no, right? I don't know.
So yeah, he storms in and knows exactly where wifey is and where she's like examining someone, and he goes in there and he like rips the curtains away and rips the sheets off the patient, because like he's like, "Aha, I'm gonna find Fake-Castor, fake me." But he just finds some guy with a fucked up face.
Yeah, he's got like burns or something.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, you left in the middle of the night." She's like,
What's
"Yeah,
a man to think, you know?
yeah." She's like, "Yeah, my fucking doctor on call." Yeah. And
That's
then-
pretty much it.
That's
They
pretty
suit
much
up
it.
to face off.
Yeah, he knows that she's lying, but yeah, he's like, whatever, and storms off again with the posse. And next up, we got a bloody funeral for old mate Victor. Take it away, J-Long.
Well, we get the two of them. They're all setting up. There's Fake-Castor talking to Sasha. He even goes to feel her face at one point, but then he restrains himself.
I didn't think he had it in him to restrain himself from touching someone's face.
And then we also have Fake Sean getting in the limo with his wife. And then she's already come up with the excuse for like why Jamie can't come. And they get in and head to the funeral, and they all meet up.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, Fake-Castor also walks into the funeral where there's just no security, even though like everyone from the FBI or the police are right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They light a candle.
They are the security.
Mm.
Yeah. Like he gives like a picture of his son to like a choir boy
Oh,
to give
yes.
to give to Fake Sean as like a message. And then he's like, he scrunches it up, which is just like not obvious at all. Like, but whatever. I think he doesn't care anymore. It's like the jig is up. Everybody who's close to him really knows. But yeah, after the service ends, Sean walks up to like the stand, puts his gun on it, and then Castor walks in. Which is Fake Sean. And then, he does this whole spiel. I'm losing sight. He goes on this whole spiel monologue, good and evil, whatever. How fitting, saints and sinners. And he's got his family hostage. And then he's like, everyone's at gunpoint, and then Sasha walks in. He's like, Sasha, what the fuck? and then the other guy arrives with his daughter, and it's like a triple standoff.
Yeah, the stand-up is so funny.
It's like a parody. There's just everyone's there. Everyone's got like 2 guns each. Just, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how they're even keeping track of who to keep their gun on. By this point, I would be so confused. But yeah, Sasha makes the first move, and gunfire starts, and it's over pretty quick. And Sasha gets shot, and she's like, "Take care of our boy." And then they're on the move. He's on the move. He's upstairs. Fake Sean. I mean, wait. Real Sean Fake-Castor is upstairs, and so is Fake Sean Real-Castor. And then he runs into Jamie, and Jamie obviously doesn't know, so she's freaking out. He pushes her to the side so she doesn't get shot, and then she like tumbles down the stairs. We all had a good laugh at that. But yeah,
The way
more
she tumbles
shooting.
down is just so funny.
It's like so slow, but it looks so hard. Like, that's got to have hurt. Oh, yeah, but they continue to shoot out, but the guns drop, and then they come to fists, doing fisticuffs. And then I think one of them, Real Sean Fake-Castor gets Fake-Castor Real Sean in a headlock with a gun to his head, but then Jamie shows up. Obviously, she doesn't know, so she shoots Sean. And then Fake Sean Real-Castor takes her hostage, and then he licks her head.
And meanwhile, wifey got on the phone, and she's like, "You gotta listen to me. You're never gonna believe this." So she's like, she's working behind the scenes.
Yeah. And then what happens?
Somebody does a flip shooting.
Wait, what?
Someone does a flip and shoots at the same time. I can't remember.
I think you're missing something.
So he gets shot, and then wife shows up, and daughter's held hostage, and she's real confused. She gets licked, and then he runs away.
No, she stabs him first.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
With the knife.
Yeah.
That he gave her.
Yeah, and then he runs away.
Yeah.
And then he's just gunning down other detectives.
Yeah.
Sir, you okay?
He really doesn't care at this point. He just shoots
Nah.
He really doesn't.
He
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Somebody does someone does a flip shoot.
Like they shoot while they flip?
I feel like that
Somebody-
happened in the big... I remember that happening in the big shootout.
It was, yeah, it might have been in the shootout, yeah. Because, yeah, I've got hostages, and then I've got boat chase.
Yeah. Boat chase. Castor steals a boat. Real-Castor Fake Sean steals a boat. And he blows up the dock because there's like explosive propane tanks there. He's shooting at Real Sean Fake-Castor. But he's alright. He's saving people, sort of. Just telling him, he's just getting them down. Whatever. He grabs a speedboat and he chases him for way too long.
Oh, yeah.
They're ramming
Goes on
and smashing and shooting, but then the police rock up and then they all get shot dead by Real-Castor Fake Sean's brilliant aim. One mag, he just fucking takes out like 7 cops.
It's like he's playing GTA and he just
honestly,
just aiming with the Uzi out the window.
that's what I thought of. And then after that, what happens, Jaylong? He shoots the cops.
Yes, and then he knocks Real Sean Fake-Castor's boat, and he ends up like using the police boat as a ramp. And as the police boat explodes, he goes like flying up into the air. We get like a slow motion action shot, and it's just
Fucking epic.
it's very epic.
It is. These boats, they explode so easy.
Yeah, it just adds to the explosion.
You'd think being on water, they wouldn't be so flammable.
Apparently not.
Especially a boat as big as that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot it twisted, but
But then his speedboat also gets on fire when it's like mid-air, and then it lands it back in the water, and it's like back to normal for a little bit longer at least.
Yeah. And
then-
I think Fake-Castor, his is on fire, and it's got like a bursted pipe or whatever, and he has to jump ship onto the other speedboat that's like they're side by side.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And then the other speedboat explodes.
yeah, drives
Perfect
directly
timing.
into a pier and just fucking explodes. This is our second boat chase on the channel as well. It's pretty cool.
Is it? What was the first one in?
In Baywatch.
That's right.
Or maybe they were jet skis. No, I think it was a boat at some point. I can't remember. But yeah, they
I removed that movie from my mind.
So the boys, they're having a scuffle on this red speedboat now. And they get the anchor involved. Very heavy. But, you know,
Yeah.
I guess it's a good tool.
He
Real-Castor's
swings
a
it
freak.
around like it's nothing.
Yeah. He's really strong.
He's whipping that thing.
I
I swear he hits him in the back with it to begin with, but he's just like fine. Does he hit him in the back or does he miss?
I think he misses.
Okay.
Because it's not a very good tool for fighting.
No. Unless you got like an anchor build in Elden Ring.
So they scuffle a little bit more, and then Fake-Castor gets slightly thrown overboard. He like catches himself, and the anchor chain is also like by the side of the boat, so he's like skidding on his ass on the water as the speedboat's like going along. And then he manages to get to his feet.
Yeah, I didn't think that was like possible, but I guess it is.
Yeah, he's really woody.
Props to
Woody ski.
Woody skiing.
Props to the stunt guy.
Yeah,
The stunt guy, yeah.
killed it.
Stunts are
Fucking
very
poor
cool.
guy. Just getting dragged on the side of this boat.
Yeah.
Just fucking tumbling around. Oh goodness.
So the speedboat, I think they like lose control at some point because the rope gets stuck on a pier, and it crashes into this little like jagged out bit near the dock, and they get flung from the boat like onto land, and the boat's like flipping behind them, and we were all like, oh, why didn't it blow up? And then
Jae-Long just goes. So you go.
I was like, well, it's gonna fucking blow up because everything else has.
Yeah,
So,
just
like,
wait.
2 seconds later, of course it explodes.
Yeah, it was so funny.
So fucking funny.
Yeah. And then
And
they
then
they scuffle a little bit more. What happens?
Bloody Sean, he gets a harpoon. He gets hold of a harpoon, and he stabs Castor. Fake-Castor, of course. But then he goes to shoot him, and Real-Castor Fake Sean grabs the harpoon.
Oh my god!
Sorry. He grabs the harpoon, like he like holds it as it shoots.
He catches
like,
it.
He fucking catches that shit. And he's like mocking Sean, and he's like cutting his own face. He's like,
You'll never get your face back if you kill me.
and then he like, I don't know, real Sean, Fake-Castor like does something, and the harpoon goes off and sticks him to the wall, and he's going. And then agents rock up, and they're like, "Are you all right, Archer?" He's like, "Archer, but," and they're like, "Yeah," and yeah, he's fine. He's like got his normal voice on from something I didn't see, but apparently he did get hit in the throat. So yeah, he gets his normal voice. He gets in the ambo where Real-Castor Fake Sean is, and he takes his ring back. Gets to the hospital, and they're like, "We're gonna get you your old body back, don't you worry." He's like, "Don't worry about putting my scar back. I don't need it anymore." And they're like, "Okay."
Still thing.
Yeah. And then he comes home. And he like does this thing where he like doesn't come through the door. His wife opens the door. He's just not there. Surprise! But you didn't know. Yeah, he's home. And his daughter runs up. She's like, "Dad?" And she's like, "Sorry, I shot you." And then he touches her face.
Yeah.
She does the ugly run from Taken. Have you seen that?
I know.
Oh, I have seen Taken, but I don't quite remember.
I know what you mean. That ugly run, yeah. So it's like cliche.
So like I missed it because I was writing something. Anyways,
Oh,
He
you just have
touched-
to watch it again.
yeah,
The whole movie.
Yeah.
yeah. I watched the whole. I mean,
From the
okay.
top, boys.
From the top. Let's do it. Run it back. It's time for face off. All right. And then he touches her face. And he's like, I have something to show you. He brings out Michael 2.0, which is Sasha's kid. You know. Yeah, his name is Adam, but no one cares. Michael 2.0. And then they're like, yay!
But what
Finn.
does Jamie do to Mike 2?
He touches, she touches his face.
She also feels his face to welcome him into the family.
Oh, I just saw the ugly run again.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Face Off.
That's Face Off, man. What a
Wow.
fucking
a
bonkers movie.
What a crazy, crazy movie.
Oh, man.
The weird thing about the face touching is at the very end of the face touching, the finger always pulls on the lip a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
just a
weird
Oh
every
my God.
single fucking time.
This makes no sense.
Like, gross. Don't touch my lip with your fucking dirty fingers.
Yeah,
I don't know where
it-
those have
like-
been.
You know when you accidentally touch it like the inside of your lip and it gets all dry from your finger? You just got someone else's dry finger on your lip.
Shoving his fingers in their mouth.
I love you, son.
What a freak. At least Castor didn't try and touch people's faces.
Yeah.
That's true.
He just
Oh,
licked
man.
them. What a
So many
movie.
people died.
So many people. Faceless people. You could even say that they had face off. Don't play the cricket noise. Don't do it. Don't do it. Kill yourself. No, sorry. But yeah, that was Face Off. What do you guys think? Good movie, right? Well, it was a
It
movie.
was entertaining.
It was very entertaining.
It was
I had a great time.
I had a
Yeah.
good time watching it. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go back and watch it again anytime soon.
Do
No,
we
sir.
want to try and guess each other's favorite and least favorite parts, or should
Of
we
course.
just reveal them?
We
Alright.
we do the rating first,
We'll do the rating. All right.
according to the run sheet that I'm
According to the
sharing.
run sheet. Yes, I wasn't sure if we'd do that first or after. Alrighty.
That's why it's in the run
J-Lon's-
sheet in order.
I want you to tell me, out of 10, what movie? What? Oh, fuck. Out of 10, what would you rate this movie?
Oh, honestly, I'll
What
go like
movie?
I wasn't even reading the run sheet either. I just said it.
Yeah, no shit, you're not reading the run sheet. You never read the run sheet.
I literally have it up in front of me, okay? Fuck off. I always have it up in front of me.
Liar.
No.
Alright.
Fuck right off with that. You don't know me.
Well, now, I don't know you. I've only known you your entire life.
Listen, if you know me, then you know that I want to hear what J-Long wants to rate this movie. J-Long? What movie?
I would rate
What movie?
Face Off.
Let the man speak.
I'll give Face Off a solid 5.5.
Ooh,
Ooh,
harsh.
all right.
I
Brendan?
don't think it's that harsh.
You think it's fair? Fair
I
criticism?
think it's pretty fair.
What made you go with a 5.5?
I was originally going to give it a 6, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like when people give ratings, they always no movie's a 10, right?
Yeah,
It just doesn't exist.
Well, I think
I agree with that.
I think some movies are 10 because it's subjective to the person.
That's true. It is hard. It's hard to qualify like what the ratings are.
You can have 10s, and I have 10s for different stages of my life as well.
Yeah,
That
that's true.
makes sense. Like, there's an objective rating, and then there's like a personal rating.
You know
Yeah.
what? Face Off is a 10. You're right. You got
You've convinced me.
You got me. Nah, I'll give it a 6. How about that?
Oh, I wasn't
fair.
trying. We weren't trying to change your mind.
Yeah, I would never try to sway you like that.
Nah, man.
Nah, what do you have?
You're such a you're a sheep, mate. That's what you are. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's very fair. I feel the same way, honestly, about ratings. Like, I don't feel like I could give a 10 because I haven't seen the best movie I've ever seen yet.
Mm.
I'll have to go back through
And by
all the
that
movies I've
logic,
ever seen on
you
my
never
deathbed.
will.
Yeah, no, I'll have to do it on my deathbed.
Yeah.
No, by that logic, you never will.
Yeah.
You gotta stop
Well,
pretending and start living.
Well, no. Let me do it how I want to do it. Yeah, but I feel like 5 is as a baseline. Like, yeah, that was a decent movie. Like, that was just a movie. That wasn't bad. That wasn't good.
Yeah. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And like that wasn't like bad. Like I had a good time watching it. Just wasn't a good movie. Like
Yeah.
overall.
That's true. That's very true. Brendan, out of 10, what movie?
I hope that was intentional. I gave
It
it.
was.
I gave it a movie out of 10.
Nice.
I gave it a 7.
Nice.
I
Very
think
nice.
I think it's a respectable movie. I think it's a very stylized John Woo movie. I feel like it was also like it's such a fucking wacky concept. Like I enjoy movies that take a risk like that and try to deliver, and I think they did deliver to a certain extent. I think the movie was too long for what the idea of this movie is.
Yeah.
And I think they could have maybe explained some of or maybe led us into the face surgery thing. Maybe just left it a little bit longer because really there was almost no time for deliberation.
Yeah, it's like, here's a
From this
doctor and
guy.
he's going to show you. He's going to show you what's going to happen next for the rest of this movie.
Yeah, I get you want to get to the nice action part sooner, and I think that was definitely the sort of style back in the 90s to do that sort of thing. But also I have to believe the movie as well, right? I know it's a crazy concept. But yeah. I think Nick Cage's character came in too over the top just to establish the difference between Real-Castor and Fake-Castor.
Yeah. He kind of settled down pretty quickly.
Yeah. But I do think it delivered on a lot of different things. It was fucking batshit crazy. It was a wild ride. And too much. I really was not a fan of all the plot armor shootouts that because they're not gonna die. And you're just waiting for the scene to be over. That was the boring bit for me.
100% agree.
That's when I would catch up on stuff I missed in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't see the flip shot or stuff like that. I agree. I was going to give this movie a 7 out of 10 also. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I had a great time. Had a lot of fun watching it with you guys. Had a fucking mad laugh. I love all the face touching. Nicolas Cage's overacting is just so funny to me. Like there's a fine line. Like
True.
overacting, it becomes so stupid and like it just makes you go ugh. But it just made me laugh. And I had so much fun.
Yeah.
And I thought the plot was cool. I think some of the shots were really cool. It had some it's a cool concept to explore. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for being cool and funny and entertaining.
Nice.
Not every movie can do it, and I think it did it pretty well. But yeah, like Brendan said, like some things just dragged on way too long.
Yeah, I definitely forgot the Nicolas Cage factor for Jaylong's rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to take it down a solid point at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back down to a 5.5. Stick with my gut.
Yeah, awesome.
He was actually going to give it a 10, but just for Nicolas Cage, he's got to take 4.5 points off.
Exactly, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. Time for this segment that we still don't have a name for, where we try and guess each other's favorite and least favorite parts.
Yeah. We can call them the best and worst bits.
Best and worst bits.
I mean, that we don't have to call the segment that, but we can stop saying like most and least favorite parts. We can go best bit, worst bit.
Yeah, best bit, worst bit. Jaylong, I'm going to try and guess your best bit, worst bit.
Go for it.
I think your worst bit was Nick Cage.
I think your worst bit was all of the face touching.
Well,
kidding, that's the best bit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would say. I would say the best bit. I wouldn't say it's the best bit, but I would say I liked the insanity of the face touching, but I hate the insanity of Nick Cage.
Nice.
It's just too much. It's really too much.
I also wrote that note before we started recording, the face touching for Jaylong. Just a random guess. But if I had to actually guess based on what we talked about, I would say the plot armor shootouts, maybe.
Yeah. Honestly, all the action scenes just go on for way too long. Exactly what you were saying. Just a time filler. Like, just unnecessary.
Probably why this movie was so long. John Woo just loves his action. As for a favorite bit, I'd probably say the mirror bit. The mirror where they're looking in the thing.
I was also going to say the mirror bit. And then in second place, the speedboat skipping.
No, I like the mirror shot, but I like the shot where Nick Cage was smoking without a face, and even though it was just a brief glint, it was like in the reflection. Honestly, I thought that was pretty cool. I just wish they did more of that stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of like Mortal Kombat or something. I don't know why. Maybe the goriness and just the silliness and over the topness. Yeah,
smoking in the reflection? When was that?
That was when he gets the doctor in.
Yeah, I think it was in the reflection of the doctor's glasses or whatever. But you just see Nick Cage's
right. Yep.
No face, but a cigarette sticking out of your mouth.
Oh, yeah. There's another one as well where I thought you were talking about the one where he's sitting in the chair and there's like the surgery mirror.
Yeah, that too. Just that whole scene.
Nice. Hell yeah. I think I know what Brendan's least favourite bit is. What about you, Jaylong?
Well, surely it would also have to be the action scenes. That's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking the daughter bit, where he's creeping on the daughter.
Yeah.
Brendan?
It was the plot armor shootouts.
Mm,
All the shooting with zero stakes.
fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
I'm a bit stumped on a favorite bit though. Best bit.
Yeah. I feel like this movie didn't have a lot of just really good scenes. It's hard to pick a favorite.
That's a gripe I have with the movie. Like the cinematography really isn't the best a lot of the time. There was one cool scene where you see the police car drive the other way in the back window when he makes the turn off at some point.
Is that when he steals the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was about it. That was the only shot where I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
True.
That and the slow-mo boat ramp. But these also aren't my best bits.
No. A best bit.
Was
I
it
want
when
to say.
I've got one. Sorry.
Okay. No, you go.
Is it when Mike 2 came out of the door frame? Right at the end.
It was not.
I almost want to say that it wasn't even the movie. It was when we were talking about, you're like, why didn't this boat explode? And J-Long's just like, just wait. It's going to explode.
Ding,
I want to
ding,
say
ding,
that.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Nice.
Speedboat doesn't blow up, then does.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, you're never going to guess my bits, boys.
All right, you go first, J-Long.
Alright. I've got a best for Alex, but I don't know about the worst.
I've got one of each, so
I'll go for the worst. I'll go the licking Jamie's face.
All right. For worst,
Okay.
I've got almost making a move on your daughter.
Ding, 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 mate. That is correct. That scene made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to go a really, really weird direction.
Yeah.
Well done.
So best bit?
Best bit.
I've got I reckon your best bit, Alex, was Nick Cage just dancing right at the start. Just it was just whenever. Just whenever he just started dancing throughout the film.
I forgot
Nick
about
Cage's
that.
overacting was definitely a highlight. But I would not say that was my best bit.
Oh, damn.
I've got two. I've got face touching, followed by harpoon shakes.
Oh yeah.
All great guesses, but unfortunately, you're both wrong. I would have to say my favorite bit. This is why I almost didn't want to say it. It's because it's my favorite bit was pretty much when Longy was like, just wait for it. That was the best part of the movie for me, but because that's not part of the movie really, I felt like maybe that's a bit of a cop-out. And my thing before that was when he it's not the fact that he groped the choir girl, okay? It's the face he made after he did it. It just caught me off
like
guard.
a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, the
Not the
best
essay.
bit- the best bit that I have that isn't like the speedboat not blowing up and then does is the flip shooting. When I saw someone do a flip and shoot at the same time, I was like, whoa!
Wow!
Whoa, do that again.
I fucking missed that. I wish I saw it.
I feel like they were doing a lot of just pointless spins and just running at people Like, I think right at the start, John Travolta, like, jumped up on top of a car to, like, shoot someone. Where it's like, you should be doing the opposite. You should be getting behind it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's the
dangerous
John Woo
criminal.
effect.
yeah.
All the jump shooting.
Fucking awesome there.
Yeah.
The shooting and diving is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like once you use that once, though, you can't keep using it.
Yeah.
I saw there was like 5 separate times I saw a guy diving and shooting. Probably more. I'm probably understating that. But yeah,
Well, it's time
Favorite
to do favorite characters, eh?
best boy.
Yeah, let's do best boys.
Best boys. Let's go J-Long.
Yep.
What,
I'll go for Pollux. I
you like the little neck beard?
the weird brother.
The weird brother. Yeah.
I don't know.
The
I
Alex.
No.
The weird
fucking
little
hated
brother.
that guy. I hated him so much. I hated the way he talked.
It's just,
I'm not Pollux.
yeah, he was very different from everyone else in the movie. I feel like he just really stood out.
He stands out alright.
You
Like,
listen,
I
you
mean,
listen
most-
to the podcast, right, J-Long?
yeah, I listened to it.
Do you remember? Did you listen to the Dumb and Dumber episode?
No, I haven't.
Okay. There's a lot of comparisons with one of the characters with Alex. It's fucking
Oh,
insane how similar they are.
That is so rude. For anyone who hasn't seen it, they'll be like, this guy's fucking stupid, I guess. I mean, I am, but...
Oh, man.
Brandon, what about you?
My fave character was bro, I don't even remember the names anymore. Fake Sean?
Fake Sean. So, Caster's body, but Sean's mind.
No. Other way around.
Oh, other way around. Sorry, Fake Sean. Sorry.
Yeah, Fake Sean. Yeah, he was just like a very chaotic character. Stayed very true to the character like most of the time. Had some enjoyable like little moments in there. Big creep, but also like
Yeah.
beat the shit out of a potential rapist. So
Yeah. True. He's like kind of a rapist himself, but he doesn't like rape. He's like, maybe he's not on that level, but he kind of almost is.
he's just that interesting character.
Yeah. That's fair. I think my favorite character would have to be Real-Castor / I guess just Caster in general. I like him when he's Real-Castor there, because he's just fucking nuts.
Yeah, I wrote that down for you. I said OG Castor is your favorite.
Yeah. Usually we try and guess each other's favorite character, but I kind of fucked it up when I
Nah, I think
presented
it's fine.
the idea. Yeah, it's fine.
I think when there's 3 of us, it's
Yeah.
alright to just say what they are.
Yeah. Alrighty. We're going to do 20 questions here? We'll go 10 questions each, maybe.
Should we do how should you enjoy the movie?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm blind. I didn't even see that. J-Long, how do
Yeah.
you think you should enjoy this movie?
I mean, I think you need to get a group of mates over, have a few drinks, and just watch it all together. Don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with that. I feel like that's the ideal situation for this movie.
Yeah. I think maybe get some surgery like the month before. Pick one of your friends and swap faces with your friends.
Yeah.
Actually,
you guys can do face off IRL.
No, you should actually print like each other's faces and then wear each other's faces with like eyes cut out of their faces while you watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
That's great. And then you have to get drunk and you can't tell each other who is who. You have to try and figure it out.
What a
And
mystery.
then at the end you take your face off. Or you can make a drinking game called Face Off and watch Face Off.
Yeah. Every time they touch a face, you drink.
Every time Nick Cage's nuts take a drink. You're fucking destroyed. Your face is you're gonna be off your face by the end of the movie. Ho ho ho.
Just any explosion. That's a drink.
Yeah. Any explosion.
Anytime one of the characters pretends to be the other character, take a drink.
That's the entire movie. That's like the entire movie. You just gotta have to have like a fucking IV connected into it.
Alright, swap it to anytime they break character.
Okay. Nice. Alrighty. You heard it here first. Get off your face to face off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we've been doing a thing recently, Jaylong. It hasn't. I don't know if any of the Borderlands has come out where we did it. Did we do it in a different one as well? Basically, we play 20 questions.
Yeah, right.
And we try and guess the movie that the next person has lined up.
Yeah, we did it in Borderlands and Spider-Man.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think we'll go 10 questions each.
Yeah.
Nice. Brennan, you want to go first?
All right. Did this movie come out in the last 25 years?
This movie did not.
Okay. So before 2000, eh?
Is this movie part of the Planet of the Apes franchise?
Yeah, yes, it is, Alex. I knew when you were explaining the 20 questions,
Best
I'm like, they're going to get it straight away.
That's so funny.
Don't know which one. There's over 10 films in the Planet of the Apes.
Oh my god. Is this movie from the original series of the Planet of the Apes?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That does not help me at all. Is it the first one?
It is the first one. Yeah. I wasn't going to give you like...
Damn.
Nah, it's actually
guesses.
the fifth. Oh, man.
Hell yeah.
4 guesses. That's
I had a
good.
feeling because you were talking to me about it last time. You're like, yeah, I got a few things in mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's definitely going to be Planet of the Apes.
I was thinking of doing the Tim Burton one. I was like,
oh,
I don't know
right.
if you guys have seen that.
Those are the only ones I haven't seen.
Yeah, like the Tim Burton one's not worth watching. So I was like,
You're going to
It's
make
got
us
Mark Wahlberg
watch
in
it.
right?
yeah,
gonna-
it
you're
does. Yeah.
You're going to make us watch it because we made you watch Nick Cage.
Well, that was my thinking. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not going to stoop to our level.
Yeah, exactly.
I swear it was an accident.
The first one's
Sure,
really
mate, sure,
good.
mate.
It's fucking old though. It's from like the 70s.
68.
Damn.
I'm keen to watch it because yeah.
it's good. You gotta forgive the like effects and the stuff at that time because it's all makeup, obviously.
Yeah.
If you can get into it, it's great.
Yeah, fucking, I'll give it a crack. Yeah. I feel like a good movie, short little things like that won't weigh it down too much. Like you can easily get past that.
Nah,
So-
yeah, you
It
can.
won't.
Yeah.
If anything, you'll just have a little giggle.
I think that's something that can hinder you maybe when you're like a little bit younger. It's like, oh, you know, it looks a little bit weird, a little bit dated, a little bit like, unfamiliar.
Hmm.
But once you start to like broaden your horizons a little bit, it's like when you start watching foreign films.
Yeah.
Like it's a very similar sort of step.
Yeah, that
very
was.
true.
There's me trying to get into like. I've been trying to get into like older games as well. I don't really have the consoles for it, but on the Switch you can play some older games. So I've been trying to play some older games. So yeah, I don't know. That's how I relate.
No,
I haven't really
it's
seen any
like-
old movies.
Yeah, like the graphics are like completely different.
Hmm.
Controls are usually fucking stuffed as well.
Very
Yeah.
rigid, and usually don't like. Usually the progression's very linear. Like
Yeah.
you don't exactly like level up and make the end game easier. You just have to like beat the entire game with the same amount of skill
Yeah,
that you just like get over time.
Yeah. Eventually you get like accustomed to the game, and then the game gets harder. Yeah. Well, bloody, I think that's it.
I think that's I think that's it. Next
it.
week we'll be watching the original Planet of the Apes. And did you say you hadn't seen it, Alex?
I've never seen it, no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm keen. I'm bloody keen to get into it because it's been
It's
something
good
I've
ass.
wanted to watch for a while.
Yeah.
Especially since J Long mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, I'd watch that.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Can't wait to talk to you boys after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll get
Thank
you
you
back
so
on for
much
the
for coming
interview.
on.
Yeah, thank you.
And I can't wait to have you back, man.
Yeah,
It's been an absolute pleasure. And fucking, it's been a pleasure watching Face Off with you, J Long.
yeah. Thanks for having me, boys. It's been
No worries.
No worries. Thanks
has
for
been
coming.
good. It was, you know what? It was better than I was like, thinking. To be honest.
Mm.
The movie or
Uh,
the
no, just
dynamic
you
of
guys.
recording?
no, yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
It's like,
Initially,
Cool.
initially when we were talking about it, you're like, oh, fuck. But then it was like, you know what? Nah, I'm keen. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had heard of Face Off. Like, I already knew, like, what the main premise was, but I like, had no idea.
apparently,
90%
Alex
of it.
had never heard of it before.
I'd
Oh,
heard
really?
of it, but I had no idea, like, who was in it, what it was about. I'd only ever heard Face Off.
I knew John Travolta, Nick Cage swapping faces. That's all I knew about the film.
That's all
I
I
didn't
knew.
even know it was going to go into that direction until we got there.
That's fucking wild.
I'm like, oh, that's why it's okay.
Oh, they're literally taking their faces off.
yeah, pretty much.
That's insane.
Hold on a second, why are they? He's taking his face off. What? Well, if you have a friend that's ever had their face taken off, share this podcast with them. Or if you've ever taken someone's face off, share this podcast with someone who is going to.
If you've ever put on a mask and you've gone to take the mask off by like grabbing in between like the bridge of the nose of the mask, like in the eye holes, and then you pull it back and then your fingers slip a little bit and the mask flicks back in your face. If that's ever happened to you, recommend this podcast to someone.
Yeah.
If you ever just reach out and touch like a family member's face and just drag your hair down them, Yeah, share the podcast.
Flick their lip.
Oh man, the lip flick.
And don't
Makes it
forget to
weird.
bloody rate and comment and subscribe and share and all that good stuff if you enjoyed this podcast. And yeah, that's everything. Thank you again. Thanks for watching. And bloody love you guys. See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, alrighty.
Hey.
We'll do a little clap sync.
Yeah.
6. No, sorry.